Well, a new report by Deloitte argues skilled migrants and simpler pathways to permanent residency could help Australia overcome its current job crisis. Joining us live now is Fiona Webb, Deloitte's National Global Employer Services Partner. Really appreciate your time, Fiona. Thank you. We have seen the New South Wales government demand the Albanese government just start stamping passports of tens of thousands of foreign workers and create a new class of low-skilled visas. Is overcoming the worker shortage in this country really that simple?
Unfortunately not. It'd be fantastic if it was that simple, but definitely the breadth and depth of this issue has completely changed. So pre the pandemic, we really relied on skilled migration to move into emerging areas, be innovative. We're now facing a crisis from baristas through to bus drivers, through to agriculture. So we absolutely need to look at the lower skilled areas, and we need to do things quite quickly. But there also needs to be a really thoughtful consideration about the longer term processes and also the global attractiveness that we have. So there's the big picture and the longer term that we've got to factor in as well.
In terms of global attractiveness, right now, are we actually sending a message that Australia is back and open for business? Have we made that transition successfully after being closed off throughout the pandemic?
I don't think we've sent the message as strongly as we could. Unfortunately, Australia's borders were closed for a really long period of time. We're a geographically isolated country, so it is going to take some really strong positioning and strong messaging that Australia is open for business, that we're an attractive location for people to come back to, particularly considering that the top talent that we are competing for, they don't have one country that they're considering. It's often 2 to 3 locations that they might be contemplating. So Australia does really need to, I think, proactively send a message that we're open for business and we're welcoming of having migrants come to our country.
So skilled migration is one thing. What about expanding the humanitarian migration program? Are the benefits there clear in terms of what you were alluding to before, a longer term approach to getting over this skills crisis?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there is a lot we could be doing as a country on the humanitarian front. It's something that Deloitte Access Economics has certainly touched on in its recent report about not only considering the number of humanitarian visas that we do allocate, but how we have a much stronger connectiveness between those individuals and getting them back into the type of work that they previously did. So there's huge untapped potential in that skill set. And that talent pool that we're really not either capitalising on, and also in terms of the numbers that we readily welcome into the country.
Fiona, you mentioned that we're in desperate need of bus drivers and baristas. What is your forecast, though, for white-collar employment in this country? What does that look like in the coming years?
Yeah, as I said, the challenge is widespread. So the challenge has not gone away from the white skill perspective. The businesses that we are working with are talking consistently about challenges across engineering, information technology, professional services. So there's absolutely challenges on that side as well. Where that's impacting us is that we are not getting projects up and running that are critical to Australia's not only economic recovery, but our growth. So areas such as, major road projects, major technology projects, are definitely being hampered because we do not have the level of skilled people to support businesses to really activate those projects at this time.
Fiona, we have plenty of food for the upcoming Jobs Summit. Really appreciate your insights. Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you for having me.